Today we're going to be looking at what happens once the Africans are, or once they have arrived in the colonies in the Americas. So we have to this point looked at how slavery moves to being African slavery, how those slaves or how those people are then taken out of Africa, how they are put on the ships and transported across the ocean, what that experience is like until they get to their final destination and they're made into slaves. So we're going to look at some primary sources. I know people ask a lot, how do we know about these things that happened in the past? And people leave records and they leave evidence, and those are our primary sources. And we've examined some, so we're going to look at some more today. So these are things that actually come from the past. So what you're looking at right now is you're looking at an advertisement. So we're going to read this together, okay? It says, to be sold on board the ship Bant's Land, I'm not really sure what that says, on Tuesday the 6th of May next at Ashley Ferry, a choice cargo of about 200 fine, healthy Negroes just arrived from the Windward and Rice Coast. The utmost care has already been taken and shall be continued to keep them free from the least danger of being infected with the smallpox, no boat having been on board and all other communication with people from Charlestown prevented. Okay, and this is who is selling them. Now, the interesting thing about this, they're bringing them in, but look at the term, okay? The term Negroes, and the Spanish word for black, I believe, is negro. So they're not defining them by who they are or necessarily where they're from or what country or what tribe. They're defining them specifically by color. Okay, now we're going to take a look at this ad, and there's a couple interesting things about this ad that I want to point out. And I want to see if you can figure them out first. But it says, sale of Negroes, mills, mules, hogs, farming and mining tools, wagons, and carts will be sold in Columbia County at the Columbia Miners 14 miles north of Thompson on Tuesday, August 14th. The following valuable property of the Columbia Mining Company. All right, so think for a second. What is strange or wrong about that ad? Had a chance to think about it? Look at, you have again, you're using the word Negroes, so you're not defining them as people, you're defining them by their color. But look at what they're being sold with. Mills, mules, hogs, farming and mining tools are being sold as a thing. So basically they're being sold and compared to other tools or animals that you would use on a farm, not being advertised as human. If you're looking at this one, you'll see at auction. So you'll see the word auction. So if you think of the types of things that are still sold at auction, you're not selling people, you're selling things. So you're putting people, they're taking people from Africa, putting them up on the block and selling them off to the highest bidder as things. A little later, it's from 1855, a little after the time period we're studying, but there's kind of important things to notice here is the language. So again, we have a sale, January 10th. Look at the language being used, $3, one wench, one buck, 17 bucks. Now think about what is a buck. A buck is what you would call a male deer. So the words that they're using to refer to these people, they're using them, the terms that they're using are more terms that we would use for animals. And then over here you have this word here, which is pickaninny. One wench lives age 23 with a 6-month-old pickaninny. So pickaninny would be the word that they would use for a child. And this is the last one we're going to look at. And the reason that I chose this one is because right in the middle of, you see the ad right in the middle of the page, a large number of Negroes wanted, sound and healthy, of both sexes, for which the highest price in cash will be paid. Okay, so we're kind of seeing a few of these advertisements right now, so nothing really surprises us. But look at where the advertisement is located in the paper. And look at the other things that are for sale around it. Down here, we're selling pianos below it. Over here off to the side, you have an advertisement for furniture, brackets. So these advertisements are being placed in the newspaper with ads for other things, okay? So again, by doing this and wording things this way, you're not having the Africans look like people, you're having them look like things. And so what can be expected when you arrive in America is that you can be auctioned or sold as a thing, as a property, as an animal, to whoever is willing to pay the price. So you don't know who, you don't know where, you don't know what you're going to do, and you have no control over that.